howdy y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. So today I am doing a layout that I posted as a inspiration scrap lift challenge over in my Facebook group this week, and this layout was created by Nicole Just Nick Digital Cut Files. And I will pop that up so that you guys can see it. And I absolutely love it. I love all the colors. I love how it's more muted, but it's very impactful. So, this week's prompts for Shake It, Scrap It, Create It were Brad's maroon, the color maroon, and metal die. So, sorry for the shadow. I have a Pip laying right there. And I've moved him a million times this morning and he keeps coming back. So, have to make do. But I have cut this on my Cricut. I cut out a title. I absolutely, totally used all scraps except for the background paper. For this one and this one. All the rest was from my scrap bins. I had a little bit too much fun with the metal dies. I just created all of these just for doing this layout. I started cutting out a bunch of leaves and everything. And like I said, you can see my pile here. I got a little bit carried away. I know I'm not going to use all these, but I'll use them for future. And I wanted to follow, this is going to be in an upcoming swap you'll see me create. And then I did use the flower from that I did for a scraps to embellishment video, and then I created a few more for me. But all the rest of this is just dies. I used all scraps to create these, and all these little bits are going to go around the edges because I wanted to follow along with the inspiration layout pretty closely because I love it so much. So these are even the scraps that was cut off of these pieces. So I figured what I would do is I do want to run it through my sewing machine like they did. And so I needed to do a few things before I do that. These are photos of me a couple years ago. We went to Rock City in the fall, and it was a lot of fun. It's so beautiful. And like I said, I cut this out on my Cricut, and I kind of just took the negative of this that cut out and just traced it on the back of this, and then cut it a little bit bigger to have it in the background like they did. And what I wanted to do was ink a little bit, kind of like they did, so that I can run this part through my sewing machine before I put it on this. So, let's just do that. And I'm just using my Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide to do that. And I'm just going to kind of judge everything a little bit here of where it's going to go. I want to, like I said, I want to be pretty true to what she created. And it looks like probably right in there. So, I'm just going to lightly mark this. Actually, I'm going to take this up. And I'm just going to draw around this circle with a pencil. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this to the side. And now I kind of know where I can ink at. And I'm just going to, this is the ink I used. I used the Gathered Twigs to ink all of the embellishment, so it kind of still matches. And I'm going to go and sew around this in a circular pattern. That's why I'm going to do it before I glue it onto this because it'll just, since it's a little bit smaller, it'll be more manageable to be able to move it around in the sewing machine. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I'm happy with that. Maybe just a little hint of more on out here. Okay, so I am going to sew this around, and I'm just going to sew this around and then this. So, and then I'll be back to put that together. Alright, so I'm back. I have sewn around this multiple times. I had to rethread my bottom bobbin and my top, of course. But I have these little extra threads that was on here where I had to keep starting and stopping. And it's not the prettiest, but I'm okay with it. I embrace the imperfection. So, I'm going to leave these on here. I might use them in the overall scheme of things. So, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down on here. And then I'm going to glue this down. Just putting a little bit of glue here and there. And put this on here. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is I am going to add the little strips of paper in here. Like I said, these are just from the scraps from the leaves, so lots of variation. I had fun using different colors. I mean, these are not like my normal, you know, fallish colors. So, I am going to mostly glue all of this on this side. Oops, I got carried away. Not on top, not on top. Okay, I'm going to glue those, and then I am going to add some glue here, down. I want to leave the edges free so I can just kind of tuck the little pieces of paper under it. And if I didn't say it before, this is an awesome, awesome way to use up lots of scraps. I used scraps for the leaves. I used scraps for the title. I used, all these are the scraps. So, I created a lot of things and I used up a ton of scraps. Okay, so there's that part. And then I'm going to take these scraps. I'm not going to leave this one whole. It was just my extra that I had. Same with these. I'm going to cut them down. Now, on these, the scraps on the layout, inspiration layout, they're not all the same. They're just kind of random sizes. So, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to tuck them in here and there and be very random with them. Let's see. And we'll see how it turns out. So sometimes they're skinny, sometimes they're not. Hey Pip. Guess who's back? Move! I can't work like this. Okay, I need some color variation. Can you go scratch somewhere else, please? We don't need a bath. We know how to take one. We don't need demonstrations. Okay, add in some of the purple. Excuse me, sir. I need your paw moved. Don't bite at me. Go. You bad. I'm busy. He acts like this is his table. Okay. And you know what I really love about this whole thing? Actually, I think I'm going to lay this one sideways. Is the fact that I didn't use a collection at all. But it all goes together. Like, it all goes well together. And it's just random scraps. So maybe cut this one skinnier. Let's see. Maybe this one. Oh, it must still have some of the glue from my first go round before I wiped it off. Okay, let's pull this out. And I'm just staggering them so that some of them's taller than others. And all that. I think I'm going to tuck this one sideways. And let's see. Maybe a purple one down here. I really like the purple with the fall look. And these are just the tiniest of scraps, y'all. And you can see I'm using them because they're pretty much hidden. So you can do all kinds of stuff, like use even the smallest ones. Let's see, I need some other colors up here. Trying to see what I didn't use yet. An orange. I didn't want them to be on top of each other, but that one's too close and I can't really pull it up or it's going to rip up the paper. So we're going to just leave it and embrace it. Let's see, I need some more colorful stuff up top. Let's do this purple one. And I think we need a green. I don't know. We need something else down here to break it up. I'm going to put this on top of that. Since we've already stacked the other ones, might as well. Okay, and then maybe do the same thing up here with, let's do an orange. And just, okay. I think I like that pretty good, actually. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through my sewing machine again, and I'm going to just sew along these edges like she has her layout. So I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I have sewed, and all this isn't glued down. I was just trying it out to see if it would work. You can see that I ended up matting my photos with the scraps that I used to cut out like my title and my leaves and stuff. So I roughed it up with the edges of this. I roughed up the edges with this, the edge distressor thing. And the original one has only one photo, but I wanted to do two. So I think this right here is how I'm going to lay them out on the side like this. So I am going to just go ahead and glue them, but I'm not going to glue all the way to the edges so that I still have room to tuck stuff, because I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. This is actually the one time, y'all, I do not have it planned out. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. I did all this prep work doing all these, and I know I'm not going to use them all, but I don't really know where I'm going with this yet. So I know I'm going to be putting my title on later. So all this edge distressing and everything else, I have made a mess on my paper. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just start out with grabbing some leaves and putting them on here. So let's see, I want a few bigger ones, and I do want to mix up my colors. So let's see, I don't want to overdo it, because you know I would never do that or anything. But let's see here. And some of these I ended up cutting off, but that's okay because we can just hide them behind everything else. Let's see. They have them on this side and this side, so let's kind of stay true to that. I love these like skeleton leaf ones. Let's see here. The coveted basic gray paper. Maybe I'll do some down here. I did cut some out in purple also. Let's see. Some of these are bigger, some are smaller, mix and match. Let's see. I feel like it needs some more. I need some more color. I don't want to do that one because that's the same as that one. Let's do a purple there and maybe some orange over here. It needs some green. Let's do this green underneath here, peeping out. And let's see. Oh, I didn't do yellow. I haven't done any yellow. Okay, maybe that there. And let's see. Do a couple different style of leaves. I wish I had some that were even bigger. And I could totally cut it out on my Cricut. But it was to use metal dies, so I did that. I have some that are just kind of plain, like more plain top colors. Let's see. I don't know that I love all this. I'm getting too much. Okay. I do like that. I feel like this one's heavy. Let's see. Do that there. I don't know. I'm not loving that. I do have this little weeds. I don't know what they are actually. I thought I could tuck in as some fluffers just to fluff it up. And we'll try this and see if I like it. Nope, don't like that. Trial and error for real, y'all. I have some that are brown. I cut some in pink. I cut some in red. So, maybe down here, coming out a little bit. I know they only did two clusters, but I feel like since I used 2 photos, it needs to be a little bit taller so that it'll be more balanced. Oh, here's one that has a lot of yellow in it. Some of these are Christmas papers I cut out of my scraps. Oh no, I'm just not loving this side over here. I don't know why. Okay, let's just take it all away. Take it all away. Start over. Okay, let's start with these. Ah. Let's try different color flowers. I mean leaves. Okay, here's this green one. And maybe an orange or yellow. Let's see. Here's a yellow. Do I love it? I do like it better. Okay, I want to bring in some more of the purple ones. So So let's just do this. Pip. Stop. Okay. I think I like that. I will probably glue that down. And then, of course, my title is going to go back in like this. Oh, I forgot I did have my flower. Yeah, the flower part I cut out. Okay. Let's see here. I also have this that I have in a basket. Oh, I could put that there, but I don't know. Let's see. I kind of do want to add some flowers just because y'all know my love of flowers. I have to have them. I could do it there or tuck it in. Maybe in behind. And then I kind of only want to do one flower, because if I do 3, I feel like it's too much. Maybe I could just do it down here at the bottom. I like that. I like that. Okay. And then I have to use brads. So I do have a bunch of different little colored brads here in different sizes. And I am going to sprinkle them like they did their enamel dots and just pop in a few here and there. I'll have to get my pokey tool to do that after I glue all this stuff down. So this video has ran a little long, so we're going to call this good, and I will definitely post close-ups at the end for y'all to see. So, but we do need to shake for next week's prompt, so let me grab that. Okay, so here's our jars, and this one is embellishments. Let's see what we got. Border. So a border, oh, you can use a border punch. You can use some of those border strips you probably have somewhere. Okay, techniques and tools. Inking. So border and inking. And shapes, colors, and numbers. I didn't think we would ever get this one empty, but it's getting close. And diamond. So a diamond shape. So inking, diamond, and border are next week's prompts. So come over to the Facebook group and put your photos in there, playing along if you want to be featured on here. I just have to have your photo by Friday evening. And I think that's it. So until next time, bye y'all.